Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 10.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 102. Contact is in the baffles.
Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Cold Waters. And this is going to be the start of a 1984 campaign. I'll try something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to go ahead and, almost like a live stream, I'm going to just record the early missions and see what happens. It's been a while since it's been a few months since I've tried a 1984 campaign this side of the .mod. mod package installed. So today's mission, I don't have .mod installed, but I do have a 2004 campaign. Let's go ahead and get stuck in. I'm going to call it Numpty, because I mean, who doesn't want to call it Numpty? And again, we're going to be Captain Numpty here, or Commander Numpty. Go ahead and do that, and we're going to be in a skipjack because I feel like some skipjack activity. In some ways the skipjack campaigns are a little easier because you don't have the cruise missiles and the anti-ship missiles, but in other regards sometimes they're a little tougher because, well, because you're in a skipjack. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this going. Hey, we're in the Sculpin. That's always good to hear. Quite like the Scamp, I quite like the Sculpin, I like the Snook. Yeah, I like them all. Anyway, USN-590. Right, let's go ahead and go for it. Okay, the late Ronald Reagan. What will Reaganism mean for US foreign relations? Yeah, so the intro to the 84 campaign is the story of Ronald Reagan getting into power and really not being very accommodating of the former USSR and former USSR as of today. So, the early slides, they talk a bit about, you know, the US regarded him as a bit of a cowboy. Yeah, there we go, it says there, somewhat of a cowboy. Right, so let's see, that's slide number 1. Number 2. Yes, Brezhnev died, and that resulted in a lot of concern in the West. What's going to happen? Who's going to take his place? Is it going to be a hardliner? Is it going to be someone more gentle? Well, history shows us it was more of the gentle side, and that in itself caused issues, but... Right, let's see where we go from here. Well, we pretty much know where we're going to go from here. Yeah, so is Reagan pushing the bear too hard? Okay, so tensions are escalating. The Strategic Defense Initiative, or Star Wars, was eventually canned, but that was an anti-ballistic missile laser-based system in orbit that would essentially neutralize Russia's nuclear attack ability. Okay, oh yeah, they're down a South Korean, it says Korean, but it's a South Korean airliner. It strayed into Russian territory. Watched a couple of documentaries about what happened, and it's very unfortunate. But yes, then tensions were escalated. Highest they've been for 20-something years. Pershing, West Germany, yes. Pershing 2 was deployed in West Germany, and that was not exactly seen, well, it wasn't seen favorably by anyone really. So yeah, that was the story of Pershing. Basically, medium-range nuclear-tipped missiles were deployed pretty close to the front line, or the front line as it would be. That's an F-15C, I believe. So Soviets thought that Able Archer drill was real. The exercise in '83 Held last November. Oh well, I guess that this must be late November, early December then. And Reagan and Thatcher said to her, yeah, there we go, cause considerable fear amongst the top Soviets. Okay, fair enough. I wonder what's going to happen now. Alright, the Soviets attack and war is declared. Okay, so the Russians go through the Fulda Gap in West Germany. Complete surprise, or a surprise at least, but not a complete surprise. Negotiations broke down, and NATO and the Warsaw Pact are now at war. NATO losses are high. So Reagan told the US, saying the full might of the United States Army, Marines, Air Force and Navy will be brought to bear on this unprovoked attack. This is, I guess, where we jump in. Yes, okay. So, the date is 11th of November 1984. Satellite recon has spotted enemy cruise missile submarines and several attack submarines preparing to sail within 72 hours. Got to sink them before they reach out to convoys. Okay. Primary mission is to locate and sink the cruise missile submarines. So those attack boats are merely secondary. We don't have to worry about sinking them now. Obviously, it'd be nice if we do, but we don't have to. And if they get in the way, I'm going to go through them. But if I can surgically strike at the cruise missile boats, I will. See, I'd like to minimize loss of life as much as possible here. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's an ethical way of fighting a war, but yeah, I think that the Sculpin's captain, he's going to try and minimize loss of life. Right, we don't know where they're going. For what it's worth, I'll check. I think it's sort of like two Mosses, yeah, and 22 Mark 48. I'm going to keep that weapon load. I don't see any reason to change that. A couple of Mosses is probably enough. Right, let's cast off. So there we are. Just north of, well, more northwest of Scotland. Heading between Iceland and is it the Faroe Islands? We don't know where they are. Let's see, does it tell me where they are? Doesn't say. But I've just seen a contact on here. Oh, let's drop back here. And our patrols will hopefully pick these submarines up. Okay. Could go anywhere. Aha. I'd rather not bump into it if I'm doing 20 knots, but it's ambush. There we go. Some more submarines on the way. Now these could be attack boats, and they could be cruise missile boats. So if they're attack boats, if I can, I want to disengage. Let's see how well that pays out.
Sonar new contact bearing 264. Designated Sierra.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
Make depth 4 by feet, dive by.
Beautiful weather.
Raise the radar mast.
So I've got my sensors up.
Con
Let's
sonar
see.
new contact bearing.
Con, dive at 4 by feet, dive by.
Okay. So
Con sonar master 3 is classified as merchant.
likely two submerged contacts, Sierra 1, Sierra 2, and a merchant ship on the surface. And it looks like Sierra 2 is an Oscar.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
So I'm going to guess that Sierra 1 is an escort boat. Let me see. It's in November.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Down to go.
It's an interesting decision to escort an Oscar
Con sonar Sierra 1 is cavitating.
with a November, but okay.
Come right to.
It is what it is.
259 Helm I.
We're in shallow water, so that's an interesting challenge, I think. Let's drop the viewpoint below the surface. It's going to help a little bit with the noise. Right, let's get yourself down to about 100 feet.
Passing 100 feet.
We're going to turn towards the bad guys. Let's look at my acoustics. So the Oscar, I'm getting a very dim reading on. He is presumably some distance. It thinks 18,000 yards. In November, he's moving away from me. It looks like. And we're getting some acoustic from him.
Con, helm, steady course.
But it said he was cavitating, so he's probably accelerated away from me. But back to this Oscar. 10 knots. And it might be moving towards me. I think it is. Or we estimate it's moving towards me. Why would it be moving towards me? Switch back to the map.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2, 6, 7. Contact faded.
Now, I can reach that contact if he is 17,000 yards away. Great. But I'm not getting a very good return on him. I'm pointing right at him. I'm not getting a very good return. His bearing's gone to 265, so he's heading more north. Let's try and lead the target a little bit. Let's go to starboard. It's got about 275. He may be a lot closer than we think. Okay, that'll do. Let's check his depth. He's not really got much. Yeah, he can't use depth as an escape here. So let's see what does it say. So the boat information changes a little bit between the dot mod and non-dot mod. So it's saying he's got a 2,000 foot test depth. Not relevant here because it's 300 foot worth of depth. He can do 30 knots, same speed as me, and he's got USET-80s. Those are a nasty, nasty weapon. And he's 16,500 tons, so he may need more than one Mark 48 to sink. And if he gets stuck on the bottom of the ocean, if he floods, at least his crew can potentially get out, and that's good. The fact that this November's disappeared is not great. I don't know where he is. It looks like his bearing to me is 263, so he may have turned south. I think what I want to do is turn my course to something like 250. I want to try and get my towed array to get something on him. Yeah, he's definitely moving relatively south to me. So looking at the bottom right, we want to see if the towed array gets any kind of audio reception on him. Still showing 0. Still showing 0. Okay. I should detect something from... Oh, wait a second. I think I know why. You numpty. Because my depth isn't enough.
Depth 4, 5 feet, dive by.
That's the reason why. Yeah, I've got to get above... I need 200 feet below me to be able to get reception. So, let's get my depth back to periscope depth. It's going to help. Advantage of the towed array. There's a bunch of microphones hanging out the back of your boat. It is shown in dot mod, but it's not shown in the stock. And I don't think it's shown here. Let's switch to my boat view. No, it's not. So it's yeah, there we go. 13 decibels. Towed. Okay. Now the advantage there is you get a lot more microphones that are able to hear the contact. I should hopefully
dive at 4, 5 feet, dive by.
Pick up the November now. Right, well I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to let this pan out just a little bit, and I'll be back when something interesting is going on. Okay, so we detected the November, as I hoped. And this Oscar's moving away from me. I got a difficult decision here. I don't particularly want to be detected by him, because he's going to turn tail and run. But if I shoot, if I fire, he's going to hear me. And if I accelerate, he's probably going to hear me as well. So I'm in a difficult place. Plus, if I accelerate, I'm going to cavitate. So I'm going to have to reduce my, or increase my depth even. And if I do that, what that's going to do is mean that I can't use my towed array. So maybe this Oscar's a little closer than I thought. Look at that. There you go. Well, that's interesting. He's 7,000 yards. Okay, 7,000 yards is actually pretty doable as far as the target goes. So I'm going to just let the thing pan out a little bit. Want to know where that November is, and then I'm going to attack. It's not an ideal position to be, but I still want to give him one. Give him a Mark 48. I don't know where that November is, other than it's moving relative north to me. This Oscar turns away, I'll be in his baffles, and I can shoot then. Okay, let's come out of ultra quiet mode and see what is what we think his acoustics are on me. So, okay, 6 and 4. I increase my speed, he's gonna hear me. And he's gonna ping me. And then the November's gonna be alerted to the fact there's something out there. Yeah, this is all gonna end terribly well. Not terribly well. And we're just north of Scotland. You're heading towards Scotland, sir. Do you know what the Scottish will do to you if they find you on
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
On the other hand, if I fire at him and he heads south to evade my torpedo, he may end up grounding himself in Scotland. We haven't known of that before. Right, let's keep the thing, see what pans out, see where this November ends up being. I really don't want to get... Okay, we can actually... Don't want to get too far away from the November. I think the November is possibly between us, and he's going to detect a launch. But I really need to keep the wire on my Mark 48. What's my depth here? 266. Okay. Let's take a look at this Oscar. Right. So he's also in shallow waters, so he can't hide from me, from my torpedo. Alright, let's go back to me. Go back to the map. You said 80 is a nasty piece of work. I think what I want to do, actually, let's get a Moss loaded. Like so. Now, we are... Did you just hear that? Okay. So we're increasing my noise profile here, but the hope is the Moss is the Moss is going to be useful. Right, let's go ahead and accelerate time.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Interesting that when the Moss was being... Oh, I know why. It's because there was nothing active in the tube. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something. I'm going to launch the Moss, and I'm going to send it south. And I think they're going to detect that. And then when they do, I'm going to have my chance to fire. Now this may not work, and I only have 2 of these, so let's just try it.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir.
That's on the way, and let's go ahead and reload. And I'm going to turn directly west.
Come right to 270. Helm aye.
So this Oscar might ping, and if it does ping, it's going to detect me, and I'm immediately going to launch. November, we still don't have a good return on. Okay. Right, let's go ahead and accelerate time again.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Nothing from the Oscar.
Come left to 216. Helm aye.
Turn back towards him.
Con, helm, steady course.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Come back into ultra quiet mode. Done the reaction. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fire. I need to. I need to take care of this guy.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Come right to 304. Helm
It's
aye.
going to get his undivided attention, and I'm going to travel perpendicularly. There we go. He's already
Con sonar,
counterfired.
Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Now I may be turning towards Sierra 1, but that's okay. Let's get my speed up to 15 knots.
Make turns. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I know we are. My depth down to 200.
Make depth 20.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 281. Contact faded.
Okay. This Oscar looks like he's turning away from me. I'm hoping that this moss isn't a complete waste, but what it's going to do, it's going to distract the enemy and they're not going to know exactly where I am. Now that sonar ping they're getting is going to give it away, but okay. Switch to my view. Cavitating. I need to be at 200 feet before that stops, and we're about to reach it. Leave? No.
Con sonar,
Oh, yeah, there
no
we go.
longer cavitating.
Okay, so not cavitating. My noise is just making a lot less noise now. 201 feet. Okay, let's switch to him. Yep, he's cavitating. No surprise there. Both of his screws are rotating away. Of course, he's at 23 knots right now. Right, map view. I think what I want to do is put this torpedo into attack mode. Yeah. And I'm aligning, telling it to go in a straight course. So I don't know, can he detect me? No. So he may not know where I am. His wires have hopefully been cut. Because those USS-80s are a nasty piece of work. I really want to guide this torpedo in as best I can for as long as I can. He doesn't know where I am. Let's go ahead and turn west. 270. I'd like to detect his incoming torpedoes if I could. But I don't right now. Okay. Certain sense of anxiety here. But let's let it do its thing. Okay, I'm going to be risky. I'm going to accelerate time. Okay, I'm going to turn perpendicular, I think.
Come right to 312, helm I.
Say the range of USS-80s is 3,000 yards. Oh yeah, I'm in trouble. That's going to get me for sure. I got to move to flank speed. Yep, I'm going to lose the wire. But
Make turns for
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
that is, wow, that was quick. That is better than the alternative, which is getting one of those
Con
up.
sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 204.
It's already got me. Okay. Let's do some seabed skimming, shall we? Let's turn away from it. Just a little bit. Let me see. Seabed may be coming up. Let's see. Yes, I think the seabed is. I gotta put my tail to it, I think. Well, this thing feels nice and agile. That's good.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bear.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, I can do knuckles pretty quickly. It accelerates quickly.
Con,
Right.
less than 50 feet below the keel.
Yep. I know. We really wanna.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 199.
Maybe
Con, torpedo room.
I can
Con
use.
maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
I'm wondering if I can run this torpedo into the ground, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. This isn't DCS. This isn't a flight
Con,
simulator.
knuckle formed.
I can see the torpedo in the background there. Alright, we're going to have to do some maneuvers here. Wow, this skipjack feels very maneuverable. That's nice.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
And the depth is pretty much skimming the seabed now.
Con, knuckle formed.
I can force it into the seabed, which I don't think I'll be able to. There's just 16 feet between me and the bottom of the ocean. I do not want to run into the ocean. It would be very bad. But it'd be good if he ran into it ran into
Con, knuckle formed.
I guess we just go through these bits of seaweed. 266 feet, okay. Where is it? See, yes, I do. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Love to lead it back to the November. I don't know where the November is. He's probably decided he's got something else to do. I'm pretty sure that he has.
Con, knuckle formed.
Was I making a bunch of noise? Oh, what was that? I guess that was hopefully the Oscar, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Okay. Switch back to the submarine view. This thing is still tracking me.
Con, knuckle formed.
I may have just taken out the Oscar, but I don't know for sure. Certainly hit
Con,
something.
knuckle formed.
Oh, this looks really close to the seabed. I guess it's because it is.
Con, knuckle formed.
I need to start paying proper attention to this torpedo because it's steadily trickling closer to me. Right, let's go ahead and turn away, put some distance on. Right. Once it detects me again like so, we'll knuckle it back.
Con, knuckle formed.
So, there we go. It's turning away. I'm going to turn more east and then knuckle it back. So,
Con, knuckle formed.
another knuckle. Do we even see it out there? I don't think they teach Nap of Earth submarine piloting in the US Naval Academy.
Con, knuckle formed.
Wait, it's right behind me. Okay. That tells me that November's still out there and he's just pinged me again. So maybe, just maybe,
Con, knuckle formed.
I can keep this thing away from me for long enough. Or distract him so he goes for the November, but right now we are... Seems like we are precariously close to being hit by a torpedo. Yet again.
Con, knuckle formed. Con, knuckle formed.
Now my noisemaker will not be very effective if I release one right now. So I'm gonna have to reduce my depth, basically head up a little bit towards the top of the ocean if I'm going to release one of those.
Con, knuckle formed.
See if that worked. It did. I am actually going to reduce my depth. I'm going to switch back to the map view. I think I would like to see where this November is.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm able to. Alright, so let's go back to the map view, like so. Yeah, we still don't know where he is. I'll zoom in as much as I can.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, it's done that. Oh, the Oscar's still around. He's pinging me now.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, that's bad news. Come on, give him another
Con,
knuckle.
knuckle formed.
Oh, he's really close right now. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Another knuckle, like so. Of course, this Oscar, if it really has eaten a torpedo, he's watching, he's able to observe this battle. He was moving away from me with, he can fire whenever he feels the need.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, got another knuckle out. I think what I want to do is try a noisemaker.
Con, knuckle formed.
So let's head up a little bit more towards the surface.
Passing 200 feet.
Oh, something fired at me. I don't know what it was. Okay, well that was what I feared.
Con, knuckle formed.
Maybe time to get a moss out. Another moss out. It's unlikely that they fired at the moss. Don't know where or what they were firing at.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's get a noisemaker out and let's see if we can make a little light work of this. Now I really want to get another noisemaker out as soon as I can. So I want to try and get I can't get myself between. I can't get the noisemaker between the torpedo and I.
Con, knuckle formed.
But I can certainly try. Let's see, can we drop another noisemaker now? Nope, not yet. Let's get my depth down a little bit so that matches this other one. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. Switch back to the view of me.
Con, knuckle formed.
The idea is that these two noisemakers as a team are going to confuse the torpedo enough so I can just make a bit of a getaway. In fact, let's be super aggressive. Let's with my
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Shoot tube 6.
I got another
Make turns for
moss out, my
3,
last
Con
moss.
sonar, we are cavitating.
We'll see if this works. I don't think it will, but if we can confuse the torpedo enough, and have it going for the moss, which I think it's doing. We might have gotten away with this, but it's far too soon to tell.
Passing 200 feet.
Getting my depth down. I want to skim the ocean bed.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
More like 20 feet below the keel. Okay, is this going to work? Really close. 270 foot depth. Nope, it didn't work. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Well, that sucks. In a nutshell. Okay, map view again.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
This thing is going to hunt me. I don't think I can get it back onto the USS-80, unfortunately.
Con,
So,
maneuvering. Making turns for 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
oh, I guess we'll get my depth up to 200 feet again. Meh. I believe so. I'll very calmly discuss how we're going to get out of this one. Another noisemaker. I'm just looks like I've made a outline of a person that's been deceased. Yeah, I know you're tracking me again. That's fine.
Con, knuckle formed.
We're getting very close again.
Passing 200 feet.
Don't like that.
Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
I'm trying to use a noisemaker again and see if I can do something that will that's going to help, but I'm not sure I can get away with it. But
Passing 200 feet.
we'll try something. It blew up. Great, at the same time that I did that.
Ring shift for ultra quiet. Make depth 4, 5 feet, dive high.
Okay, well, let's bring my speed right back down. There's the November, so I guess we can extrapolate it really is where we think it is. So we'll go ahead and fire one here.
1. Aye, sir.
Oh, it's actually changed. It's here. Do that, and I am going to go
Come
ahead
right
and...
2. 1, 4, 4. Helm aye.
really do with tackling this Oscar. I made a mess of this mission so far, I think, that's fair to say, but I'm not dead yet, so there is that.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 26.
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet, dive high.
At least if I can tackle one bad guy, it makes my life a little easier. We don't know how far away he is. Oh, we can guess that might be quite accurate. Okay, switch back to my view. So much to really see there, unfortunately. I need to stay at periscope depth or close to, so that I can potentially keep using my my towed array. Okay, well, I'm gonna head the boat south, see if we can pick up on the November. So I'll pause the recording and I'll be right back. Okay, that's useful. I'm gonna ping actively with this torpedo, because I really want to kill at least one of these bad guys. Let's switch to the November. There he is, and he has a torpedo heading right at him. The Mark 48, no less.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 260.
I'm gonna go ahead and steer this torpedo just a little bit. I want to try and get him.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Oh, I don't see where the... Yes, I do. There he is. There's my torpedo. Let's ping back towards him. Then switch back to map view. Oh, no, I'll be fine.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
See if I can track my torpedo heading towards the target. There we go. So this is my Mark 48. This is gonna sting, lad.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 264.
There we go. Right, that's one taken care of. Okay. One down, the primary target still out there. And I know I didn't want to engage the primary target, but I didn't want to engage the escorts even. Unfortunately, he did get in my way. Okay.
Come right to 195. Helm aye.
Difficult decision what to do now, I think. I
Make depth 200 feet, dive high.
probably do want to take care of this guy, and I suspect he's going to be traveling away from me at best speed. So I'm going to go ahead and yet again pause the recording. And once I get down to depth, I'll increase my speed to 15 knots, and we'll see if we can get something from him. But he may just simply end up grounding himself at Scotland to try and get away from me. And that's going to be a long time in the future. So, I guess you know the drill. I'll be back.
Dive high.
Well, that's interesting. Looks like we've reacquired him, and he's deeper than the ocean's permitting at this point. And he's not moving away from me. He's not moving away. Okay, I'm gonna get this, he's making quite a bit of noise, so let's get myself up to,
Make turns for 10 knots.
we'll try 10 knots. Okay. And he can't hear me at 10 knots. We'll try No, I'll keep it at 10 knots for now. And let me go ahead and accelerate time and see what happens. Yeah, he's coming towards me. Okay.
Come right to 205. Helm I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's go back to ultra quiet. He just pinged. So I don't... Yeah, he can't detect me right now on either active or passive. But he's quite a bit deeper than me, so I'm going to have to try and sneak up on him. And sneaking up on his skipjack is a little difficult, but yeah, we'll give it a go. Yeah, he is... Looks like... Well, my total area is not useful right now. I guess we'll
Make depth 4, 5 feet. Dive high.
head to periscope depth. He's not able to hear me. What's he doing? Is he trying to engage the moss?
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet. Dive high.
And we're pointing right at him, so we don't get anything on the total area. Let's turn a bit more south.
Come left to 179. Helm I. Con.
There we
Helm. Steady course.
It's making a lot of noise. Did he ground himself, I wonder? I have seen that before, where a clumsy enemy captain manages to ground themselves. Makes a lot of noise doing so, and that might be why. That's beginning to think that that's what he did. But he's still moving, so maybe that's not the case. Yeah, he's moving at 5 knots. Okay. He detect me? No. Why is he being so noisy, I wonder? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, he did. Oh, okay, so I did hit him. He's probably stuck. Oh, he's not stuck, he is moving, but that's why. So he's at flank speed trying to get himself off the bottom of the ocean. I have seen many things, but this one is a little new to me. Well, he's 7,000 yards away, so I'm going to go ahead and jump back to me. I'm going to basically fire.
Come right to 270.
It would be silly not to. Let's accelerate time. He is able to move away from me, but...
Con. Helm. Steady course.
Let's go ahead and fire.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
I'm going to dogleg the torpedo around behind me, so... Didn't counterfire. That's good. Well, he may have done, actually. Surely I would have detected it by now. Well, maybe not. He's moving away from me, though. Or more accurately, moving away from the torpedo. Okay. I'm guessing his location's to the left of the trail that we got. So let's accelerate time and let's make this torpedo active.
Con, fire control. Weapon
What
acquired.
do you know? Right, so I guess for what it's worth, I think the Oscar's got... if it has any overcoating. Yes, I think it does. Okay. Well, for what it's worth, let's ping him with the torpedo's active sonar. I'm going to switch to the torpedo view. It's right, cruising right above the seabed floor. I say cruising, it's not cruising, it's in attack mode. And it's detected him, and I should be able to see him, so let's F2, yeah, I can see that in the distance, I can see his cavitation. Let's switch to his view. There he is. He's trying to push himself along. I would say that this is more or less inevitable what's going to happen here. But we're still going to watch it.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 190. Contact breaking up.
And there you have it. I hope that his crew got out. There was no excuse if they didn't. Let's go ahead and reload that torpedo. Switch back to me.
Upscope, raise the radar
The
mast.
sensor's up again. Switch back to map view. And you know what? Let's take a look at this merchant. It's friendly. Okay. Right. Well, I think all said and done, that mission could have gone a lot
Lower the
worse.
radar mast.
Okay. What we'll do now... Let that torpedo... No, I don't need to actually. Let's go ahead and escape out of here. And let's move on to the next mission. Now, was this my primary objective? Let's find out. It was. Congratulations on a job well done. Sinking those subs keeps our boys safe. Further orders await on this... Await further orders on this downlink. Right, continue. Yep, okay. So we're keeping the supplies coming in from the US. Let's continue here. Oh boy, really? Okay. So my next mission. Satellite photos show that an enemy carrier task force is preparing to sail from Murmansk. Intelligence estimates it will be a conservative patrol in the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea, perhaps approaching Narvik, before striking out into the Atlantic. My orders are to intercept and destroy this task force, especially the aircraft carrier. Are you kidding me? In a skipjack with no mosses? An enemy escort of surface combatants and or attack submarines should be expected. So my primary objective is this aircraft carrier and everything else is secondary. Well, the escort warships is secondary. Okay. I do not think this isn't... This doesn't seem very fair. I've got plenty of Mark 48s. I'm going to go ahead and hit a Hollylock and reload, I think. Let's get some mosses. Yeah, I'm out at sea for 2 days and I'm reloading, but it's fine. It's by design. I think 5 should be sufficient because I'm going to need these. This could not end well. I generally have not done well in the carrier engagement missiles, the missions even. So yeah, let's head to Narvik. Yeah, this could really end in tears. I would say that approaching Narvik is the task force. Yeah, it's moving quickly as well. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. So West Germany falls. Oh dear. Soviet invading forces, after a devastating campaign, are in total control of West Germany. Government is dissolved, administration has been handed over to the occupying forces. Yeah, that's something that NATO really feared would happen. We would lose Germany in just a few days. In a national broadcast, West Germany's government ordered the country's armed forces to cease fire to avoid further casualties. In what analysts subdubbed a pitting of superior technology against superiority in numbers, neither NATO nor the Warsaw Pact can claim the upper hand yet. The Battle of Atlantic is currently unresolved as, quote, both NATO and Soviet task groups of considerable strength keep each other tied in a state of mutual aerial denial, according to the US Secretary of the Navy. Well, I think superior technology versus superior numbers has proven a point in West Germany. Superior numbers were worked out here. In the North Atlantic, NATO is fewer in number but greater in technology. So far I've taken on 2 submarines and not lost any personally. But that may change. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Oh, there you might be, right. Let's see if we can get in front. Alright. Yes, we managed to be potentially, yeah. Okay, we're 5 knots, we're at 50 feet. We're heading 063, and I don't know how far away the bad guy is. I'm going to make this 20,000 yards, and let's just hit it.
Con sonar new.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I'm going to get my depth down as quickly as I can. I really That's disappointing that there's no layer.
Con sonar new contact bearing 086. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing
Passing 100 feet.
700 feet, right.
Make depth 700 feet. Dive I.
Map view time. Okay. Ooh. Like the look of this, but let's go ahead and switch to
Con
surf.
sonar new contact bearing 107. Designated Sierra 5.
You to look. Oh, oi. Don't know what most of these are. Recognize what this is. Come back to that one. Should be able to pick up the capital ship pretty easily as to what that might be. It says. I may have just skipped through it and not recognized it, so. There are 5. Wow. Big most luck here. They're all, okay, I don't know what any of these are. Well, I know what one is. Okay, Sierra 3 is my Kiev.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as capital ship.
Come right to 103 Helm I.
What is Sierra 4? It's possible that they've got submerged escorts as well. Very possible. I don't know. Civilian ship? It wouldn't be a Delta. No, it isn't a Delta 3. But it might be a Charlie 2? No, surely not. It would be an attack.
Con, helm, steady course.
Be an attack boat, if anything. I would have thought. Oh, I think this is. I think it's a Victor 2.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine. Con
What?
sonar new contact bearing 087. Designated Sierra 6.
Okay, Sierra 5 is a
Con
humpback
sonar
whale.
Sierra 5 is classified as biologic.
Sierra 6. Another whale.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified as biologic.
What is Sierra 1? I think I'm seeing just a Udaloy, a Kiev, and a Victor 2 so far. Surely this is another escort boat, Sierra 1. Ship even.
Con, dive at 700 feet. Dive I.
I think it's a cash-in. Oh, no, don't. I think it's a Krevac. Okay, it's a Krevac.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Okay, so let's look at the detection. So nothing can hear me right now. That's very good. The Kiev, 16,000 yards. I'd like to get a better reception on all of these. Suppose I could. Oh,
Con sonar torpedo
dang.
in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 04.
Make turns
dang.
for
That's bad
30
news.
knots. Maneuvering I.
I wonder if heading to the surface works in this version of the game, but I'm gonna get
Passing
shelled.
700 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 112. Contact faded.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to the surface.
Passing 600 feet.
Wow. Let's F4 it and see what airborne assets they've got in the
Con
area.
sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 023.
Maybe we'll not F4 it right now.
Passing 300 feet.
I'm in a whole heap of trouble already.
Passing 200 feet.
Alright, this
Passing
could get
100 feet.
very messy. So we're on the surface. I don't have long before they start to shell me, I don't think. But it looks like the torpedoes might be ignoring me. So that's good, maybe. Switch to my external view.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Passing 100 feet.
Right, did I get hit by anything? Let's quick check
Passing
damage.
200 feet.
No, somehow I missed all of those.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Okay, I am in
Passing 600 feet.
big trouble. No surprise, because
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 106.
so yeah, because that's just how all these things go.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, let's start getting offensive. I'm going to be tagging along
Con,
between
knuckle formed.
the submarine detecting me and everything else. So hey, I may as well try and do something useful with...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bear.
Con,
Make
With no
turns
weapons?
for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Okay, come on.
Con sonar regained con.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots. Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering aye.
passing 700 feet.
Just exceeded my test depth. That is bad news. Another torpedo is homing in on me. That is also bad news, and not really a surprise, because there's one moss on me. Having a real party down here, boys and girls.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 107.
Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Interesting is that none of these torpedoes are going for me right now, which is good. I've got a moss that's supposed to help me with that.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Get another moss out, I think.
Shoot tube 3.
Make turns for 30
Okay,
knots.
now is this
Maneuvering aye.
torpedo that's to my port side? Let's quickly skip there. Oh, I don't like the look of that.
Passing 700 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Okay,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 113. Contact is in the baffles.
I think I'm gonna get another moss out.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Come on. Let's get another one
Done.
out.
Maneuvering. Making turns for
Done.
20. Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering aye.
So I'm not doing much talking right now because I'm in a whole heap of trouble. But the plan here is to just confuse the heck out of the enemy as
Con
much as I
sonar
can.
lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 076. Contact is in the baffles.
Right now, I can try and head towards the surface, which I'm going to do because I'm out of options, to try and get these torpedoes to leave me alone and go for something else. So
Passing 600 feet.
let's do the fart in the bath sketch. I'm coming up as quickly as a fart in the
Passing
bath.
500.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I don't
Con,
doubt
torpedo room,
it.
Passing 400 feet.
This thing is right up my...
Pass.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water.
Tailpipe.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 069. Con sonar.
Passing 100 feet.
Okay, come on. That's it. Right. That torpedo can go somewhere else.
Con sonar regained contact
Something is still
on
tracking me.
Sierra 4, bearing 1
That's bad.
7.
Right, I've overstayed my welcome here at the surface.
Con sonar lost
Down, down,
contact.
down.
Sierra 4. Last bearing 1. 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Passing 100 feet.
I think I timed that just right.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Turn hard to port. Dip underneath
Passing
this
400 feet.
this torpedo that's going above me, which I don't think we can
Passing
see.
500 feet.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Alright, I'm gonna head back towards these mosses.
Passing 600 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
It's weird, they didn't like the thought of me attacking their carrier. Very robust defense, considering there's only one escort. Sure glad I brought those mosses with me. I'd be deed if I hadn't. Where is this? Okay, that's where I was. Alright. Alright, torpedoes engaging me. Switch back to map view. Is that one behind me, isn't it? Maybe.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 1, 1, 1.
I really need to get in the middle of these mosses.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 1, 0, 3.
Let me rephrase that. I really need to be in the middle of these torpedoes. That somehow doesn't sound so bad. You never want to be in the middle of all these torpedoes.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, so I think I can pull this off. I think that the Kiev's coming right at me as well, which is... I've seen them do that sometimes, because I guess they think, oh, it's just a skipjack, I can take him. They didn't factor on it being me. I'm absolutely crazy enough to try this trick. Yeah, he really is close. Wow. Okay, my knuckles aren't knuckling so much.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 0, 8.
Oh, you are very, very precarious right now, Kiev. You are very brave to be doing what you're doing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Says the guy about to head into the lion's mouth.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Come on.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. Thank goodness. What I'm doing is adjusting...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 3, 8.
Okay.
Back emergency, maneuvering
Full
aye.
spread, Mr. Wolf.
Make turns for 2, 0, knot, maneuvering aye.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 1, 2, 8.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Right, I'm going to disengage.
Come right to. Make turns for 3, 0, knots, maneuvering aye.
I do not like
Con
my...
sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 1, 2, 3. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, lat.
I do not like my
Con,
odds.
maneuvering. Make
So,
turns for
and
3,
I've got one
0,
moss left.
knots, maneuvering aye.
Okay, so that's 4 torpedoes in a very tight spread. I'm going to try and take on that Kiev and try and kill it, or at least wound it, and maybe I can come back later. But right now, I have enough mosses to just saturate saturate things with sound. Very unclear picture of what's... No, the Kiev's gone too far south. Okay, well that's nothing we can't fix by firing another torpedo. I don't really want to do that.
Make
but
turns for 2, 0, knots,
we
maneuvering
will, because... Totally probably worth it. So I'm
Cons.
fire
Con
this.
maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn away.
Con.
Make
I'm
turns for 30
Pretty
knots.
sure I'm going to lose
Maneuvering
the
aye.
wire on that, but it's okay.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 1, 4.
One stubborn bastard of a torpedo is right tracking behind me. That's a real issue.
Con fire control, we've lost the
Because
wire.
now, dang it. Will you just leave me alone, torpedoes, right? I mean, I know that's not
Con,
going to
knuckle
happen,
formed.
but, you know. So it looks like I've wasted 4 Mark 48s, but it was worth a try, because sometimes it works. They literally just run into you.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo
There
in the
is.
water, bearing 0, 8, 6.
Yeah, they've no idea where I am. No, that's not true. They have a vicinity of where I am.
Con, knuckle formed.
This Kiev's slowed right down. You're a fool.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I'm gonna get right underneath you and give you one. If I have to, I will. I have
Con
no
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 2, 5.
I have no shame.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 30.
Con, knuckle formed.
I will happily do that if I can get away with it.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 0, 2, 6. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, knuckle formed.
Assistant torpedo behind me.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 2, 8.
It's really close now, and immediately he reacquires. Okay, come on! I'm gonna get out.
Con
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm gonna get out of here. Don't you dare reacquire me immediately. Okay, you didn't. Thank goodness. Your buddy did, but you didn't.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0, 3,
Another
0.
noisemaker in a few seconds. I don't like the way that Mark 48 is
Passing
turning
600 feet.
right in front of me. That's very bad news. Oh no, 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 don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 0, 9, 5.
Freaking kidding me. Great, I'm gonna get sunk by a Mark 48. Just bloody
Con sonar
wonderful.
regained.
Con, knuckle formed.
And this torpedo's right up my jack seat, so... Okay, managed to avoid
Passing
that.
500.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Don't doubt it.
Con
Passing 400 feet.
Oh,
Con
way.
sonar regained contact on.
Passing 400 feet.
Great, this Mark 48 is
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con sonar regained contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
right on my tail. Oh, no, 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 don't, no, come on, guys, come on, enough, just, like,
Con, knuckle formed.
go for the knuckle, thank you. Oh, I gotta go this way, I gotta go south.
Con, knuckle formed.
What it's worth, we're gonna try something. I don't think it's worked. I think something is still
Passing
tracking me.
400 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet.
What is still tracking me? Oh, it's the Mark 48. Here's my surprise face.
Passing 200 feet.
Con, torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0, 8, 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, where is the Kiev? East of me, okay, and it looks like he may be tangling with a torpedo. That's good. Mark 48's come back on me, okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle. And I'm gonna drop my depth again. Something else has acquired me, okay.
Passing 200 feet.
Cool.
Con, knuckle formed.
48 is already turning around. It's going to inquire me in just a second. There we go. No knuckle that time. Come on. Come on, I need a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
I have a noisemaker for good measure.
Noisemaker bearing 087.
Good grief, this is busy.
Passing 300 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 400 feet.
Okay.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 077.
You can't have many more torpedoes left. Well, actually that's not true, they really could.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh no, oh dang it. How on earth did that miss?
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 159.
How many torpedoes are actually out here? Don't know, there's too many of them.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 041.
That's another Mark 48 that's acquired me up to my northeast. Wonderful.
Con, knuckle formed.
It doesn't get much better than this. This is great news. It's coming at me head on.
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
And that's a big target out there. So, yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. Alright, well, let's just try and get,
Passing 400 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
1, 2, 3, 4 actively tracking me. And I don't think I can evade all of these at once. But we're going to try.
Con, knuckle formed.
Right, I got rid of one of them. At least. What else is tracking me? I don't know.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, Mark 48, don't you dare.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 058. Contact is in the baffles. Con, sonar.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 600 feet.
Mark 48 again. And managed to evade him
Con, sonar,
Con, knuckle formed.
another time.
Con, sonar, lost.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's transition to going up a little bit now.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2.
Con, knuckle formed.
What I've been trying to do is manage my depth
Passing 700 feet.
using the ballast tanks, and the idea there is they can't always track
Con,
me.
sonar, lost contact.
Passing 700 feet.
It's 3 Mark 48s that are tracking me now. They struggle to cope with my
Con,
change in
sonar,
depth.
regained contact on. Sierra 2, bearing 074.
Con, knuckle formed.
48 to my east northeast. Let's thrown him off. Okay.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 104. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, knuckle formed.
I could really do with right now getting a moss off, but I don't think it's going to help me.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 3, bearing 110.
Completely.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 4.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed.
3 Mark 48s and 2 Russian torpedoes of some description following me right now. Great view, by the way. I mean, it's nice that we see a good view of
knuckle formed.
all the torpedoes pursuing me. It's
Con,
really
sonar,
not.
torpedo in the water, bearing 164.
Smart 48s are fast. And hey, I'm glad it wasn't a spearfish. Right, there's a small mercy there, right?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 100.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 116.
And they are all kind of behind me, which
Con
makes it
sonar lost contact.
Passing 700 feet.
a little easier to counter them all at the same time. Sort of. But wow, if this isn't a busy game environment.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't know how many noisemakers I've got left. I think I
Con,
can
knuckle
actually
formed.
tell here.
Passing 700 feet.
5. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 10.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, don't you... Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 102. Contact is in the baffles.
Passing 600 feet.
Does not want to produce knuckles very easily. Come on.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's bad. I think it's gone below me, but maybe not. Oh,
Con, knuckle formed.
this is not good
Con
for
sonar, we are cavitating.
Con, knuckle formed.
anxiety. Oh no, I'm being pinched by 2. Let's have a noisemaker. I've got 3 left now, I think. We don't want to be turning back towards them, but
Con, knuckle formed.
maybe the knuckle's going to help. No.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 1.
Passing 400 feet.
Con.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, somehow 2 of them have just not hit me and decided to blow up. We ran out of fuel.
Con, knuckle formed.
But wowza, if I am not being kept very busy by goodness knows how many torpedoes,
Con, knuckle formed.
and a bunch of them are my own, which is very difficult to deal with because they just are.
Passing 400 feet. Con, knuckle
There's
formed.
a few to my south, and that is bad news because, yep, look at this guy coming right on my
Con sonar
6.
regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle, please distract somewhere else, thank you.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
I imagine most of the crew are going to be sick by now.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 1.
Constant
0,
going
7.
backwards and
Con
forwards.
sonar noisemaker bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. One's right behind me, but it's turned away. And that one's turned away as well.
Con, knuckle
Another
formed.
knuckle. Not helping.
Passing
Come on.
600 feet. Con,
Come
knuckle
on.
formed.
Turn away, turn away, turn away. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, hello.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on
How am I
Sierra
doing
4,
that?
bearing 106.
Guess they can't cope with the ballast. then.
Con sonar lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing
Huh.
700 feet.
Did I just find the Mark 48's weakness? You can't cope if you don't change your pitch.
Con, knuckle formed.
Maybe.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 10.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 107.
Did go
Contact
over-
is in the baffles.
Did go over deep.
Con sonar.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. And these guys
Passing 700 feet.
very, making me very nervous.
Con, knuckle formed.
Quick sip of water. I'm running out of water as well.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's always good. I wonder if we actually hit the Kiev.
Con, knuckle formed.
I mean, right now we've got
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 600 feet.
we've got fully loaded torpedo tubes, so I could fire again.
Con
knuckle formed.
I do not want to be anywhere near these torpedoes when they go live. Like, I want to be maybe 50 miles away. That might be far enough.
Con sonar lost.
Knuckle formed.
Maybe, but even then, not be.
Con sonar regain.
Knuckle formed.
Okay, I don't like how... See, they're not as close as
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
depth-wise as
knuckle
I
formed.
think they are, but these are very close to me. I don't know which one's tracking me. Yes, I do. It's the one on my ass.
Knuckle
That
formed.
looks very... I don't want to look.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 108.
Now there are just Mark 48s there. Okay. Right. That's useful. It's really not useful, but
Passing
it's
400 feet.
just another 10 minutes of these guys.
Knuckle formed.
I think they can't change their depth, or they don't change the depth when you drop a knuckle at them. I think. And if that's the case, then that's great, because
Knuckle formed.
that's my counter. But at the same time,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4
I don't know how
last
long I can
bearing
keep
1
this up.
0.
Knuckle formed.
oh, I don't like that. See, that was just like a few feet. I mean, they must think that this captain's like a real hero. Give me a haircut.
Knuckle formed.
Oh, shit, there, Jimmy. Find another knuckle there.
Knuckle formed.
Do I have any decoys left? 4. Okay. Well, that's good. I wonder how good the laundry facilities are on board the Skipjack-class, because I might need to
Passing
have
400
everyone's uniform cleaned of all the stuff that's been thrown out. Oh.
Knuckle formed.
I can actually let them get closer than I think, and they're not. They're a few feet higher or lower. I'm aware that my conning tower is protrudes up quite a bit, and that's like worrying, because
Knuckle formed.
as I'm descending, that's the bit that's going to get it, and I imagine it'll just blow it
Con
off,
sonar no longer cavitating.
and then it will sink very quickly. I think these Russian crews are just watching me engage with, or engage, try and disengage
Knuckle formed.
3 of my own torpedoes. See what I mean by conning tower? Oh, that's really missed.
Knuckle formed.
Don't get me wrong, but
Passing
wow.
600 feet.
Well, I got one of the submarines at least.
Knuckle formed. Knuckle formed.
How much fuel do these guys have? Come on. Surely you must be running out of fuel soon.
Knuckle formed.
Change my depth again. I gotta go back on the way up.
Knuckle formed.
This isn't good. This looks... No, it might be okay, but this does not look good. Ah. Alright, we should abandon boat, guys. Oops. And there you have it. Sunk by a Mark 48. I damaged the Kiev, so I got him with at least 1. So it's probably not mission capable, but I am most certainly not mission capable now. Well, that does it for this video today. I need to go cool down. That was a very intense few minutes, but it's not the first time I've been sunk by my own torpedo, and it certainly won't be the last. But I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun, in a weird sort of, this isn't very good way, but that was still fun. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you got something from this. I hope that you enjoyed it. And hopefully, maybe, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.